Mercy Okibe. If you're on the call, do me a favor, drop a message in the Iceberg community and just type, "We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live." All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third edition of the Iceberg Show. So, the first edition we had Pastor Mike Emeofa. I hope I did justice to that name, Emeofa. So Pastor Mike is a successful African entrepreneur that works in the marine industry, also works in the oil and gas. So basically, his company does majorly things around logistics, and the likes. And then one of the things that was really striking when we had our first session and second session is that both the first guest and the second guest made so much emphasis on mentorship. Like the emphasis on mentorship was undeniable. Reminds me of the concept of apprenticeship. So I think what they were basically talking about was even an apprenticeship, to be honest. Apprenticeship, because Mr. Mike or Pastor Mike said he would go to work for his mentor every single day, Monday to Friday, without salary. He was just going to learn. And after 12 months, he started getting some form of traction in the industry. So at the time, he was already getting clarity on how the business works, understanding the system that can help a business function within that jurisdiction. He was also connecting with people, that's new network, and then he was gaining experience. So today's session is going to be reflective. So you should be asking yourself, okay, what industry am I functioning in? Many times, because of the availability of information, social media, AI, books, podcasts, videos, what have you, like so many information. It's easy for you as one person to be involved in 3 or 4 different industries that are not related. You see, and the downside of that is you think you are making progress because you are busy, but at the end of the day, you're not making progress. Somebody that is just focused only on one industry will be making so much progress in terms of their gaining clarity as to how the industry works. They are gaining experience. They are increasing their network in one industry. But you are scattering your energy across different things, and you're not making as much progress. So for some of us, we may just need to calm down a bit and really ask ourselves, what exactly do I want? How much money do I want to make? I posted something on my status. It was a video I found on Instagram. It's about this entrepreneur that he said he went to Harvard Business School, and while in Harvard Business School, he's a medical doctor, trained medical doctor. While at Harvard Business School, the professor asked them to introduce themselves. So he introduced himself as a medical doctor, talked about his mission on how he plans to, empower people from his village, and just basically make his hometown more habitable and empower as much people as possible. And then the professor asked him if he thinks that, in quote, the career of being a medical doctor would help him achieve it. And he said, yes, he's going to achieve it being a medical doctor. And then Prof didn't say anything. But towards the end of the business school, Prof called him and said, young man, if you're going to succeed financially in such a way that you would help people in your country, what you have to do is to go back to your country and then study the dynamics of the country. He told him, look at the budget. Where is the money flowing to? Then from there, you can now make an informed decision. You see how wealthy people are making decisions. He left his medical doctor career first and started asking himself, where is the money? For some of us on this call, we need to go back and ask ourselves, where is the money? Because the truth is, the way you are going, or let me say the way we are going, if we keep saying, I want to make 100 million a month, but you are in a business that the cash flow is not even giving you up to 1 million a month, maybe because the margin is low, or for some reason the total addressable market within that industry cannot give you that 100 million a month, then you need to go back to the drawing board. And then there's really nothing wrong in coming out to tell the world, hey, this is what I'm involved in right now. I'm no longer involved in X. I'm now doing Y. There's nothing wrong. But you need to be clear as to, is this what I really want? Anyways, let's dive into what we have for today. Hi, Rema. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening, fellows. Good evening, everyone.
Yay, Rema, blessing. So, guys, last year, September, I founded this club called the 10X Productivity Club, where I assign productivity assistants to entrepreneurs that subscribe to the club, and then I jump on a one-on-one session with them, get to ask them questions about their businesses, and in the process, while they're answering, we are basically putting structure together. If you've read Think and Go Rich, one of the chapters talked about the mastermind. You see, as a business owner, you cannot do business alone. You need to, like they say, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, you have to go together. So that's why we founded that club. And so Rema Blessing was one of our earliest clients that subscribed to the 10X Productivity Club. And I was really, 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 really impressed. After like a month or two, she came back with testimony of, she had experienced like 200% growth in her business. And then towards the end of 2025, like she said, she was already overbooked in terms of her Christmas sales and all of that. So this evening, I want us to have a conversation around the impact of the 10X Productivity Club. And then I'm also going to, so what I did was, because a lot of people couldn't afford the club, the monthly subscription for the club, I had to now reverse engineer the process that we use for our clients. And then I created a product. So I'm going to be sharing my screen and showing you exactly how it works, how you can increase sales by over 200% in 30 days. Like, it's something that we've done in the past, something that can be repeated. So no matter your industry, so far you have a product or a service that you render or you exchange for money, then this conversion is for you. You're looking for more clients, this conversion is for you. You're looking for how to improve customer retention strategies, this conversion is for you. Okay, so Blessing, just do like an intro, tell us who you are, then get into it. Introduce yourself.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Rema Blessing. I'm the CEO of Remy's Signature. Remy's Signature, it's a brand, it's a fashion brand, an affordable luxury, like I like to call it, because it's a brand that bridges the gap between affordability and luxury. We do on good quality hairs, we revamp, we wig, we also sell bags and shoes. I'm a wife and a mother of two beautiful girls. Thank you.
Fantastic. So guys, you can see the foundation of or a brief intro of who we have on the call this evening. So you can see that she already has like a busy life, has a lot going on for her. So first question I have for you, Blessing, is, with all of this, being a mother of two beautiful kids, being a wife, you're running a few brands at the same time, how were you able to make 200% increase in sales, via the 10X Productivity Club? How were you able to manage your time and still produce this kind of result?
Okay, let me go back a little to remember when you started, you did the first productivity class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was like, was it 2024? I mean,
2024.
yeah, December thereabout. It
Mm,
was a productivity class, and I took and all that. You talked so much about productivity, how to be productive, how to time yourself, how to execute on steroid.
mm,
There was something I that kept ringing in my brain from that class was execution on steroid. The faster you execute, the faster you get result, and the slower you execute, the more distracted you are. You said
yeah.
so much about that in the class. Then you talked about idea paralysis and all of those things, over analyzing ideas, and you said a lot, scheduling your time and all of those things, right? So fast forward to when we got into the this thing, how I was able to manage was the we had a one-on-one section with you. Then I started my business. Like, we were practically asking me questions, and I was like, okay. I was giving solutions to the problems I had. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
I was giving solutions to the problems I had, but I just needed someone to show me the blueprint. Like, okay, this is what, shine light on areas that we're supposed to do, on what I was supposed to do. And I was assigned, I don't know if Divine is here, Rachel, Raphael, Precious
Dr.
Raphael.
Precious.
Yeah, yes, I don't know if she's there. Shout out to her. She's not on the call.
No, no, she's not on the call.
Amazing, amazing lady. We had an awesome section, right? So I was able to allocate time. Like, I said this is what I was going to do, this is what I was going to do. Then I was able to allocate time, right? I'd already taken this productivity class. I'd known what to do. I remember you saying, you must not finish everything in one day.
Mm,
Yeah, you must not finish everything in one day. You said something very striking. It was like, who said that the week must start on Monday? Yeah,
mm,
your week can start from any day. Like, the next 7 days you can plan. And you also said you can assign 2 days plan to something. Before, we are used to knowing that, okay, I set a goal for this for a day and I must finish it.
mm,
Then from that class, I learned that, okay, you can actually set this goal and be like, okay, I will do some today, I will do some tomorrow, like, and finish it maybe in 2 days.
yeah,
Then pick out the most important things. Okay, what are my most important goals? Okay, what should I do? Pick out the three and allocate time to them. These are things that you talked about so much, allocating time to this thing. Okay, I want to do this at this particular time. Then I allocate, okay, I want to do it from 12 to 2. I also say something like, okay, you can allocate how many times you want to do that particular goal till you finish it. So it's not like, okay, I must do it 5 hours at a stretch. So those are the things that helped me. So, and that thing was execution. You need to execute.
mm,
Like, the difference between have the audacity to execute. I have audacity. If it's something that's helped me, I have audacity. If you tell me something I need to do in my business, I put it to work. Yeah, that's it. So I would allocate time to after I will allocate time to what I was supposed to do. Actually, allocate time, then I will do it. I will leave it. It's not easy. Managing family, managing children. Oh, my kids are 4 and 7. These children need attention. Oh,
mm,
Jesus. Managing. I have staff. Yes, I have domestic staff too. So managing people, yeah, and doing and running the business, it's not easy, because you have to share your time between all of these people that are needing your attention, right?
yeah,
So it's a lot. But what helped me was being able to allocate time to a particular task. Then at that time when I want to do it, I always set an alarm. I set alarm. Okay, this is what's my alarm ring. I'm leaving every other thing and I'm doing it. And you said something a lot about reducing your scrolling on social media. Like,
mm,
okay, how many hours? Because you can state like, okay, you want to just check something on Facebook, and before you know, hours have gone. So what I do is that I set time. Okay, I want to do something on social media, and my alarm rings. It can be 30 minutes. And I'm 30 minutes on that social media scrolling through Facebook. And once the alarm ring, I'm leaving it to do something else. So I was using the alarm so fast. Like I was allocating time to everything I was doing. So those are the things that really helped me a lot.
Fantastic, fantastic. Like this is really, really, really interesting to hear. I remember that master class that I organized in 2024 December. Let me even share a story on how I said I was going to organize that session. So somewhere in August, September of 2024, I was at a phase in my life where it was like I was doing too many things and I needed clarity. So I had a 3-hour session with one of my mentors here in Port Harcourt. And after that session, I saw there was clarity. And so I went home and I was just planning and preparing for the next phase of my life. So by the time I was done, the Holy Spirit just asked me a simple question. He said, Carlos, this thing you just did now, are you aware that there are many rising entrepreneurs around the world that struggle with systems, structure, and frameworks that can help them with clarity and a blueprint for execution? I'm like, yeah, that's true. And the reason why it was easy for me was because over the years, for the past 10 years, I've given myself to this subject of productivity, personal leadership, structure, system. So it's now easy for my brain to be able to just know the right question to ask at the right time that can help produce certain results. So I said, okay, let me give it a try. And so I just put it, I think it was like 5K or 10K, I can't remember. And then you joined, like 10 or several other persons. Now, I remember that after that 5-day session, I was getting massive feedback, massive response as to Mr. Carlos, this session has literally changed my life, changed my business. I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was going to be like this. And then sometime again in 2025, what even made me start this 10x productivity club was in January of 2025, about 40 or 50 persons got that digital product because I converted that masterclass to a digital product, and about 40 or 50 persons got it. But I realized that the follow-through rate was really low. So people would get this product and not go through it. They won't go through the recording. They won't implement. So I said, oh, I'm done with digital product. Let me focus on DWI. So DWI is like done with you. So we started the club and then had the opportunity to jump on one-on-one calls with you guys and then delegate a productivity assistant to help people with accountability, because accountability is something that is really, really important in this journey. But I have a question. You made mention of audacity. You also made mention of execution, and that seems to me like the difference between you and other rising entrepreneurs that enrolled into the 10x productivity club, but did not produce as much result as you. Because most times people think, okay, the moment I buy this product or the moment I pay this coach to do this stuff for me, I'm going to produce results. But you made mention of two powerful things: audacity and execution, the ability to take action, right? So aside audacity and execution, or let me ask this question this way: what do you think is the source of your audacity and ability to execute? What's that drive? What drives you to be audacious? Because I've seen you physically when you sell your product, when you talk about your business, and truly you do with so much audacity, and it's fascinating to watch. What is the drive?
Okay, so I would say this, right? I am someone that I like to have. I love to have, right? So my why of starting business is I want to have money, not just for myself, but people. I do a lot of charity, right? And I don't want to do my charity going to my husband, babe, give me money to give to this person, And that was one of it before. Like when I was actually single, I like to give and I like to have. I like the good life, and I didn't want to. I wanted to be able to sponsor the kind of life I live, the kind of lifestyle I want to live. I didn't want it to depend on somebody else. Then another thing is my kids, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
My kids right now. I'm like, okay, I want to leave a legacy for these kids. Now, life is okay. I'm like, if anything happens tomorrow, can I be able to give? Like, I've seen my husband, the plans he has for the kids. He wants to do this, he wants to do that. And sometimes I sit down and ask myself, if if something happens, if something happens to this man, can I give my kids the kind of life he wanted to give to them? Or will they suffer? Or will I suffer? I'm thinking, because this is life, right? We are not praying for anything. I believe so much in God and his protection. But these are some of the things. I look at these children, I'm like, this is their father has planned so much for them. So what if anything goes wrong tomorrow? Will I be able to sustain that? Will I give them that lifestyle? Will I be able to train them the way their dad has trained? Or will I go back to begging because the father is not there? So these are some of the things. And when I look at these things, I have to work hard. I have to. There's no way I cannot not have money. It's not possible. I don't want to go to somebody. And as a young girl, right? I started business quite early. As a young girl, the last thing a man can tell me is, come and collect money. Let me do this with you or that. It's so annoying. So I used to tell my friends then, why can't I give a man money? Yeah, why can't I give a man? Must it be we depending on men for money? No. Women can also, you can give anybody money, right? So those are some of the things. So I have to have money and I have to work hard for it because it's not easy, right? It's not magic. You have to work hard for it. Or like do these things and make money. So those are some of my drive. But the highest right now are my kids. So they are my highest. Those children, they are my parents. I want to give my parents the kind of life I want. Like I want them to be happy, right? So those are some of the things that drive me right now.
Fantastic. So somebody once said that we would do more for others than we would do for ourselves, and it's so true. So guys, you can hear Rhema. She said she's doing it for her children. She's also doing it for her parents. And I always say this, that most times people wake up in the morning and they always want to go and watch one motivational video on YouTube that will pump them up, and none of that is temporal. It is just, it can just pump you up for a few minutes, and the next moment you are wondering where it went to. The greatest form of motivation is one that comes from within. There's a particular scripture that I posted on my status. I don't even know if it will still be on my status right now, but let me check. So powerful, so powerful. Let me see if it's still on my status. Yes, it's still there. So that scripture says life motivation comes from the deep longings of the heart. Life motivation comes from the deep longings of the heart. So when Rhema says that she likes the good life, she loves to have and to give. When she says things like, I want to leave a legacy for my children, it just shows you the longings of her heart. And the longings of your heart is your subconscious mind. It's not on the surface. You have to dig to be able to access the longings of your heart. And digging means you have to sit down and ask yourself questions. One of the things my mentor always says, question deepens, answer expands. So the more you ask yourself certain questions like, why am I doing this? What is the reason behind this? Right? Just asking yourself why, asking yourself questions that start with what, asking yourself questions that start with how, questions that start with where. I call it the 5W and 1H. What, why, where, who, when, and how. So all of these things helps to dig the longings of the heart. And then the continuation of that scripture says, and the passion to see them fulfilled urges you onward. And the passion to see them fulfilled urges you onward. So when you activate the longings of your heart, passion is created, and passion is energy. No, now that passion is coming from a place of, okay, now I know where I want to be. I know what I want to have. So how will I feel when I achieve this thing? That is what creates the passion. And you just find out that you are working every day. Most times you don't even need as much discipline. You just need a little accountability that reminds you of where you're going. So powerful, so powerful. So before I share my screen, Rhema, do you have like final words for this session? Maybe an encouragement to rising entrepreneurs that may be struggling currently with their revenue. Because one of the things we did during this session was we had to break down your goal into execution frameworks and daily routines, right? So what advice do you have for rising entrepreneurs on this call who are currently struggling with revenue? They are currently struggling with sales. They are currently struggling with their income, and maybe they want a more stable income. They desire, just the same way you love to have and to give, they also love to have and give. So what advice do you have for them that can help them sustain that momentum in such a way that they are able to create that kind of result that will help them have what they want and also give as much as they want?
Okay, I'm going to take a little time here. So, yes, the first thing is thinking. I believe so much in God, right? I pray a lot. During our session, we talked about prayers. We talked about, even the last day productivity, we talked about prayers, your daily goals, you start with your devotion. Those are the practical steps we started with, right? I believe so much in God and the power of God and the Holy Spirit, right? I cannot do without God, right? But there is a path for every entrepreneur. You want to start a business, you need to think that this business can succeed. You need to think that this business can give you the life you want. You need to think that this business can give you the money you want. You need to think big, like allow yourself to think. First of all, you need to visualize where you want the future business. This business is starting today. Like, this is the beginning, but you need to see yourself in the future, where you want this business to be. And a lot of us do not sit with our business. Like, you just wake up. Carlos has talked so much about why you started. You just wake up and you start a business. Why did you start? Because if there is no motivation, if there is no reason, if your why is not strong enough, it's going to collapse under pressure. Business is not a walk in the park. Business, there are days when you would sit and cry. There are days when you'll be asking yourself, who sent me? Who sent me? There are days when you want to just go and get a job, a 9 to 5, and do. So if your why is strong enough, now, nothing for me is because I don't have helpers. I want myself to be the help. When my friends call me, Rema, I need this. I should be the person people call. I should be the person my siblings call. Do you understand? So what is your why? Sit with your business. Most of us, do we understand our business? Do we understand what we are doing? Do we understand why we are doing it? How where have you sat down and do you write? Carlos, you talked about journaling then. Write every day, write something. Do you write? You said that period, was it? Yes, during this write and paste on. I pasted on my wall 100,000. I want to make $100,000 monthly. Then before I posted, I want to do 100 sales weekly. I changed it to I want to do 1,000 sales. It's been ringing in my head. You need to write this thing and put it at a place where you can see it. Then you need to keep telling yourself. Sometimes it can be scary. Like you talked also about affirmation. Say this to yourself as you wake up in the morning. You need to believe. You need to talk to yourself because it starts from the mindset. If you believe you can, you can. And if you believe you cannot, you cannot. It's as simple as that. There are some things that nobody can do for you. right? So you need to believe that, okay, this business can succeed no matter what happens. Then you need to, you have to be okay with opposition, right? You have to be okay that, okay, I'm coming into this area to dominate. I believe that. I used to say, okay, I'm a billionaire hair vendor. Now people are beginning to know me as, call me billionaire hair vendor. I think it was you that started calling me that. Or then I call myself also the celebrity hair vendor. Now this is what I believe about myself and my business. Do you understand? During last year, during, I'll still go back to my accountability. Accountability helps a lot, right? It helps a lot. Shout out to Precious. It helps a lot. She told me something. She said, you might not see results now, like what you're doing now. You might not see results immediately. Although I started seeing results immediately from what I was doing. I'm going to share a little of what I did. I just said, okay, I didn't run ads. I said I was going to comment on my clients, their WhatsApp status. I was going to do 50 status daily. It's not easy. 50 status daily with the limited time I had. Now, most days I was not able to hit up to 50. People started sending me message. Reba, it's long ago. I even forgot to sell hair. I was saying, sharing some of these screenshots with Precious. Then she'll be like, you see, I would comment. I was not asking them to buy. I was just engaging on their status, dropping meaningful content. I'm not really a social media person. I'm not into content creation, as I don't have the time because my business is hands-on. I rig, I revamp, I have so much. I have staff that work for me, but I have work. I don't even have the time to style. I don't even have the time to do content and all of that. God helping me, I will. So I don't even go on social media that much. I don't even like social media normally. I just post and go. But WhatsApp is my greatest tool, right? So I would comment on people's status. I have a lot of contacts. I meet people when I go to events. I have the audacity to meet people. I took one of my friends to an event and I told her, you would get 20 contacts today. Every day I go out, I am talking to somebody. I know do you know your target audience? Because you cannot sell to everybody. You need to identify the kind of people you want to sell, the kind of people you want to serve. Are you communicating value enough to your target audience? Because they will not be arguing with you on your price if you've communicated the value, what you're offering them, like the value. Are they seeing the value in this thing? So you need to create a niche. Okay, this is I know the people I want to sell to. So when I go out, everybody is not my audience. When I go to events, I am looking at people. I'm looking at people's hair. I sell luxury hairs. I sell good quality hair. So when I look at people, I see people that are wearing good hairs. I know this is my potential client, and I'll meet you. This will tell me, I have a vendor. I'll be like, no wahala, just add me, just review my status. I know you have a vendor, add me to your list of vendor. I say I will do you well. Just review my status. And each of those people, when I add them, I add them to WhatsApp, I message them, and I send a message, I comment on their status, I follow them up. After they start checking my status. Even if they didn't plan to buy, there's no day I'm not posting. Consistency is also another thing. I'm always posting. So I'm always posting. So they are checking my status because I'm engaging on their status. I'm talking to them. So they are reaching, they are checking. Even if they didn't plan to buy something, they might just see something they would like. And nothing, I put my price there. I put my price. Most times people don't mean, Rema, your hair is this. I'll be like, no. If you tell me your hair is too expensive, I know this one is not my target audience. I know the people, my target audience do not complain about my price. They know the value I'm giving to them. I have priced this market on your behalf, and I've given you a price that is good for you. Do you understand? So you will not come out once you start. This hair is like this, and I know customers that will stress me. I leave them. I just understand. I cannot serve everybody. Once I understand, this customer is going to stress, I leave them. So these people, they engage on my status, they see what I like, they will like, they'll buy it. So that's what I do. So every day I go out. If I go to events, I pay. If I go to a lot of events, I pay. Some of them is not because I want to, because I want to meet people. Then so recently I stopped going for some low paying events, right? Started going for high paying, because that is where I meet my clients. Those things that you can pay 50,000 to 100,000. I pay and I will attend. So because this is where my target audience, I need to know where my target audience are. And I need to be there. And I look the part. I cannot tell you I'm selling. Most times my product sells me before. For people that are doing product-based business, right? My product sells me. I like your hair. I sell hairs. In the market, anywhere I'm going, I'm wearing hair. Even if it's not comfortable most times. I like your hair. I sell hairs. As I'm meeting you in the market, anywhere I go, any day I'm not driving and I'm taking a public transport, I would, as I enter bus with your taxi, I'm looking at everybody. Once I see my target audience, I know. Do you understand? So I'm pitching my business. I'm always talking about my business. How often do you talk about your business? How often do people know what you are doing? In church, everybody knows me. Businesswoman. My pastor's wife does not, she used to wear wig before I joined the church. But I started telling her how wig would look good on. I didn't tell her buy you. I was just telling her, when she said, she didn't like your wig. I said, Mama, it looks so fine on you. This week, just imagine how this will look on you. I do one-on-one marketing more. It's easier for me because I can easily convince somebody, right? So, I told them, oh, this will look so. This will look. I'm preaching the value. I'm not telling you come and buy. So, how where are you talking about your brand? Every day you give yourself a time. As I'm going out today, at least I'll add 2 contacts to my list. I'll add 2 persons. I'll talk to 3 persons. You need to believe. You need to also believe there's a simple way of doing this. Then, do you know a road? Do you have a roadmap for your business? Do you have a roadmap? What do you want to do? If somebody comes, okay, how can we come in? Do you know where to tell what's the person to do? Have you sat with your business? Then, what are your numbers? Do you know your numbers? Do you know what is selling for you? Do you know what people love? Another thing that's worked well for me is my customer service too. I check up on my people. If you've not heard from someone, I check up on them. I send messages. Another thing I want to start doing recently is the WhatsApp daily, weekly broadcast message to my customers. I've put all my customers in a WhatsApp group, and a broadcast list. All of them. As I update my contacts, I am adding them to broadcast lists. See, sometimes it's not, you can't do it on your own. That's where accountability comes in. You cannot do it on your own. I had somebody hold my hand last week. Let's do this together. Let's do it. Our revenue was almost 8 figures just 9 point something million. That's the highest December I've done. It was almost 8 figures. I was looking at this thing. How did it happen? The work I've been doing, checking up on. I didn't run ads. I wanted to run ads. Guys, I thought I wanted to run ads. Yeah, I wanted to run ads. I was like, I want to run ads. I did not run ads. I just left it. I was like, let me just do with this thing. I was shocked. This is just like the simple power of reaching out to your customers, talking to people, commenting on people's status, let them know. People will tell you, people are watching you. They see what you're doing. Then, are you bold enough about your brand? Because nobody wants to buy from a confused brand. Nobody wants to buy from a business that does not know what they are doing. There are people that immediately I meet somebody, what are you doing? I told them this is what I do. Wherever you are, people should know what you do. I said in my church, everybody knows what I do. Everybody. If you say, hey, Is the first person, is the first, anywhere I am, you must know that, oh, I sell hair, I sell chin, I sell big chin chin. People ask me, am I able to sell chin chin of 9,000 naira? For chin chin, people buy. People buy chin chin up to 50 something thousand. It is not the chin chin, but it's the value.
Mm.
So what are you doing? So first of all, before we are complaining about, before we start complaining about no sales, no this thing, what value are you communicating? Are you even audacious enough to talk to people? Like some people tell me, I cannot talk to somebody. I get a lot of no's. Oh. I get a lot of no's. Then if you sell, I sell high ticket hairs are expensive. Then for people that sell low ticket these things, there are times you can just pick one product and push it so well, or do a combo sale or something. Then sit with your business and ask yourself, okay, what can I do to boost sales? What can I do how can I pair this up to reach more people? How can I what can I do, right, to boost sales? There are times where you'll be like, okay, let me do free delivery, or let me do this to make my customers buy. But you need to sit with your business. You need to think as like a creator, think, then adapt. There are different ways of marketing. You need to explore all the different ways of marketing, right? And see the one that works well for you. So these are these are some of the things that I would tell a small business owner. Understand your business, because, and secondly, you need to be able to communicate your customers' problem to them. But like, define your customers' problem better than, I am a solution provider. You're coming to me because I have solution to what you need. You want to look good, you want to look confident, hairs will transfer. Come to me. Yes. So have you been able to communicate your customers' problem to them better? You need to tell them better than they are. See, customers are like babies most like, they don't even know what they want. That's why sometimes you need to be an authority in that area. Okay, you know what you're doing. For customers to trust you, you need to be able to know what they are doing. There's something called the trust funnel in marketing and all of those things. So let these people know that you know what you're doing. Let these people know that you're there for them. You can describe their problem better than they can. They understand your customers have problems. Sit with your business. That's what I can say. Sit with your business. Then pray. Pray and ask God, the Holy Spirit, to give you direction. Like, what should you do? Pray. So that's it. I don't know if
Fantastic,
anything. Yeah.
fantastic, guys. Let's give it up for Rema. Let's give it up for Rema. Yeah, Joel, Matthew, Joy, Christy, Mary Jane. Like, so powerful, so powerful. Guys, let me just we've read this on the call. How about, oh nice. Can see a lot of my guys on this call. All the session from. But many times kind of result we want to produce, but where to start from, your next 5 moves, how to break down concept into small fractions. There's a framework to it to bless you in no small way. I'm going to do this in like maybe 10 minutes. Rema, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Rema, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Mm.
Oh, sorry guys. My network went off, so I just had to quickly switch for it to come back on. I believe you can hear me now.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
All right, great. So guys, I said I want to show you something really quick. We just have like 5 to 7 minutes to wrap up this conversation. So where does it start from? Where does it start from? And you need to be very, very, very intentional about this, right? So I call it the 10x clarity questionnaire. Just stay with me. And if you want to increase your sale by 200% this March, this is something that is very, very, very achievable, very attainable. So I had to bring Rema to this call so that Rema can share her personal journey with you. Now, all you just need to do is go back and just listen to this recording and take note of certain salient points. You need to think big. You need to think that your business can help you attain that financial independence that you desire. She said something powerful about one-on-one marketing. I love one-on-one marketing because that is something you can control. You may not have direct control over your ads. You may not even have the resources that can push your ads to as many people as possible. But you see one-on-one marketing, you see targeted marketing, you see outbound marketing. It's something you can control. You can control how many persons you can meet on a daily basis. You can control how many phone numbers you can collect. You can control how many DMs you want to get into on any day. And then she said something about sitting with your business, and it's really, really powerful. So how do you sit with your business? How do you put that system and structure? So whenever you hear system structure, most times all of these business gurus in quotes, they just bamboozle you with big words. But honestly, what I want to show you is the foundation of systems and structure. So where does it start from? The first question you want to ask yourself is what goal do you want to achieve in the next 30 days? You've come into the month of March. What goal? Now, I put a side note here and I said it should preferably be a business or sales goal. You have to be specific, right? So this particular, I'm sharing from the digital product, right? I'm just giving you insight as to what my students or what customers who get this product enjoy. I'm just giving you an insider information. I said I believe that you got this toolbox to help you take your business or finance to the next level. It should be realistic and measurable to your previous results in this area where you desire achievement and attainment. Now, the next question you need to ask yourself is: so does this goal align with what 10x productivity looks like for me in 30 days? Right? So is this where I desire to experience 10x productivity? You cannot say I want to 10x my sales, and then you want 10x productivity in something else that is totally unrelated to your sales goal. No, it has to align, right? So once you get that right, the third question I want to ask yourself is, so is this my most important goal for the next 30 days? And this is a hard one, because truth is, you can have 5 goals, you can have 10 goals, you can have 2 goals, but once you identify your most important goal, every other thing is a distraction. This is the difference maker. You just have to believe. Now, I must say this, that something is a distraction doesn't mean it doesn't mean you neglect it. It's just you saying, okay, since my important goal is sales, I'm giving 70 to 80% of my attention on sales. Every other thing shares 30%. If balance is a myth, balance is a myth. Write it down somewhere. Balance. You see, this idea of balance is a myth. Is a myth. But what you can do instead is, wherever you are, just be there. Wherever you are, be there. So let's use Rema as an example. So when it's time for Rema to take care of her children, she's paying attention to her children. When it's time for her to take care of her husband, she's paying attention to her husband. When it's time for her to do business, she's paying attention to the business. So you could hear when she said, sit with your business. That's the idea. Don't be giving attention to business and giving attention to too many other things at the same time. That's where scheduling comes in. You come into the new week, for example, Monday 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. This is what I'm meant to do. Tuesday 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. This is what I'm supposed to do. Jim Rohn said something one time. He said, make sure you finish your week before you start it. Make sure you finish your day before you start it. Make sure you finish your month before you start it. Make sure you finish your year before you start it. He's just simply saying, make sure you have it planned out before you start it. Because if you don't plan it, something else will take that thing. If you don't plan your time, something else will take your time. Just the same way any money you don't budget is wasted, any time you don't schedule is wasted. I'll say that again. Any money you don't budget as to, okay, this money is for this, that money is for that. Do you know that you can have 1 million in your account, and even before 1 naira leaves your account, you've already spent it? That's budgeting, because you already know where this money will go to. See, if you don't budget before you start dispensing money, at the end of the month, you look at your account, you see that 10 million has passed, but you don't know what you did with it. Same with your time. If you don't learn to schedule your time in your calendar or on a sheet of paper, on your phone, and set alarms, I promise you, at the end of the month, you ask yourself, what did I do with my month? You will not be able to answer. You'll just be feeling frustrated. Anyways, guys, we just have 5 minutes, and there's a whole lot I still want to share. But these are questions you need to ask yourself. Questions like, okay, so what was my last result in line with this goal? Some persons want to make 20 million a month, but if you ask them, okay, what did you make last month? They can't tell you. You can't make new predictions when you were not able to track past progress. Did you hear that? You can't make a new predictions when you've not been able to track past progress. It is your ability to track past progress that will lead to future projections. Okay? The fifth question you want to ask yourself is, what is the difference between your last result and your future projection? Okay, I've talked about this. Is this a SMART goal based on your last result? Why is this goal important to you as a person? Remember, Rema talked about it. I asked her, okay, so what is the drive? And she started saying, I'm doing it for my parents. I'm doing it for my children. I'm doing it for, you need to ask yourself, okay, this business I'm starting now, why? Why am I doing it? Why do I want money? Why is this goal important to me? This is another important question. How will you feel when you achieve this goal? Another question, how does this goal connect to who I want to become in 5 years? Another question you need to ask yourself is, where do I see myself in 25 years? Guys, all of these questions set you up for 10x productivity. 10x productivity it's not by chance. is by intention. You know what? So I have this, I created this digital product. See, everything I just shared now and many more is here on Seller, and it's currently on a discount. It's 15,000, but right now is at 10,000. I will encourage you, get this product. Like this night, as we're speaking now, just enter my DM right now or after this call and ask for the link, and I'll send it to you. Get it this night. Get it this night. Let me show you what you're going to be getting. So within this product, you're going to be getting this 10 clarity questionnaire that has all these questions. Then there's something called the one goal sheet. You find it there. So it's more like a dashboard that measures your progress, right? Then there's a weekly execution tracker. There's a weekly task dashboard. Like is an entire system. I took my time to put this together. There's no way you would have all of this and align it to your business that you will not increase sales by 200%. It's something that I have done myself, and it's something that a lot of other clients have done. So guys, we just have 1 minute for this call to wrap up. Just share your striking points on the WhatsApp group, because the call is going to be going off anytime soon. Thank you so much, guys, for taking our time to join tonight's conversation. Next week, we're going to be having more amazing guests at the show. Thank you so much, Blessing Rhema. Guys, let us give it up for Blessing Rhema. I know Joy, thank you. Just use the love emoji. Daniel Figo, Joe Matthew, thank you. Blessing, Herbert. Yep. Thank you, Blessing Rhema. Thank you, everyone. Do have a fantastic evening, and bye for now.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.